She refused to eat even on her wedding day. In a red earth village outside Enugu, Eniola walked the aisle proudly like a queen. She smiled. She wore coral beads. Yet when the rice and stew arrived, she did not eat. Weeks of refusals had already become gossip. Doctors shrugged. The pastor prayed. Her mother begged.
"What's wrong, my dear? Why aren't you eating?" "It's nothing, mother. I'm fine, don't worry."
Still she pushed the bowl away and grew only paler, yet she did not weaken. At the reception, Emeka, the groom, laughed it off. But as the band played, a guess what, they saw Eniola slip a plate under the veranda to a shadowed corner. Emeka resolved to watch. That night, he followed her silently. As moonlight hit the compound, Eniola vanished into the dark with a covered plate, and somewhere above, something moved.
Emeka climbed quietly to the storeroom. He held his breath. The house made small cracking sounds. Then he heard soft chewing, like someone eating slowly. He peeped through a crack. In the rafters, he saw something small and pale. Its hair was thin, its eyes heavy and old. It sat like a child but looked older than its size. Eniola sat on a mat with a bowl. She took food with her hand, touched it to her mouth, then gently fed the pale thing. She did it again and again, rice, stew, and bread. She fed it calmly, like this was not her first time. The small thing made soft sounds, not crying, not laughing. It just watched Eniola with quiet eyes. Emeka's heart raced. He wanted to shout or run. But what he saw looked like love, strange but real. Eniola touched its head softly. A bead fell from her neck. The pale thing picked it up and held it tight. Emeka noticed a faint scar on its shoulder, shaped like a river line. Eniola whispered something gently. The small thing leaned closer to her. Then she looked up and saw Emeka watching. Her face stayed calm. She smiled, like someone caught doing a secret kind act. Eniola stood up slowly and faced him. She didn't run. She just waited. What Emeka did next shocked her. Under the bare bulb, Emeka demanded the truth. Eniola's voice broke like dry wood. She was too shocked to tell him the truth then, so she told him of a river sacrifice years ago, a sister taken by a jealous aunt, an offering never buried. The child was the remnant.
"If I stop, it takes what I love."
"Then I will eat with you, whatever it costs."
Emeka lifted a spoon. He fed the bundle alongside her. The pale thing relaxed, the lines on its face easing. In the dim, the creature exhaled a long, human breath, and for the first time, Eniola's lips touched a spoonful of food and did not flinch. That night, Eniola couldn't sleep. She sat outside her hut, staring at the moon. The wind blew gently, and the sound of drums from the last ceremony still echoed in her mind. Inside the house, her husband, Emeka, turned restlessly on the mat. He could still see what he had witnessed in the storeroom, the pale thing, the scar, the way Eniola had fed it like a mother. He rose quietly and stepped out. "Eniola," he whispered. She turned slowly, eyes tired but calm. "You saw it, didn't you?" she said softly. Emeka nodded, his heart beating fast. What was that thing?" he asked. Eniola looked down at her hands. "It's my blood," she said. "My child." Emeka froze. "Your what?" Tears rolled down her cheeks as she spoke. "Before our wedding, I lost a baby. Everyone said it was gone. But one night, the goddess of the river came to me. She said my child still lived, but not as before. She said it must be hidden, and only I can feed it, or it would die forever." Emeka stepped back, his face pale. "So you've been feeding that thing every night?" She nodded slowly. "It's still my child, my love. I can't abandon it." He looked at her like she was a stranger. "That's not a child anymore, Eniola. That's something else." The silence hung heavy. The crickets outside stopped singing. Eniola turned her face away and whispered, "You can hate me if you want. But I will not stop. I made a promise to the goddess." Emeka clenched his fist, anger and fear mixing inside him. He stared at the woman he married, the same woman everyone called the super bride. He wanted to shout. He wanted to run. But deep inside, something stopped him. He had seen love in her eyes when she fed that creature. A love stronger than fear. That night, he didn't sleep again. He sat in the corner of their hut, watching the flicker of the oil lamp, wondering if he truly knew who his wife was, or what she had become. The first light of dawn crept over the village. Emeka had not moved all night. He sat in silence, his eyes empty, his heart full. Outside, the wind carried the smell of the river. Eniola was there again, sitting on the mat, her face calm like someone ready to face whatever comes next.
You're going there again, aren't you?
Yes, it's the last time.
He simply watched her stand, tie her wrapper tighter, and walk toward the forest path she had taken every night. But this time, he followed. The forest was quiet. They reached the old river shrine, the same place her aunt once betrayed her. Eniola stopped. She turned to Emeka, her eyes soft with love. And she said to him, "If I don't come back, tell them I was not cursed. I was chosen." Before Emeka could speak, she stepped closer to the river. The water rippled, shining like glass under the morning sun. Then a faint cry echoed. The pale child appeared again, sitting near the edge. Its tiny eyes looked up at her, weak but peaceful. Emeka shouted.
Eniola, stop! Please come back to me, my love.
But she didn't. She knelt beside the pale thing, her face glowing with both sorrow and love. She took its small hands in hers. Eniola said softly, "Sleep now, my child. The goddess has waited long enough." The river glowed brighter, waves of light moved around them. Emeka ran forward, but the light grew so strong that he had to cover his face. When he opened his eyes again, the river was calm. Eniola was gone. Only her golden beads floated on the surface, shining like the morning sun. Days later, the villagers spoke of how the super bride vanished by the river. Some said the goddess took her as a reward. Others said she became the river itself, watching over mothers and their lost children. But Emeka knew the truth. He still visited the river every morning. He would kneel, touch the water, and whisper. He said to himself, "Rest, my love. You kept your promise." And that was how the woman everyone called the super bride was never seen again. But her love lived on, deeper than the river, stronger than fear. Do you think Eniola made the right decision by going to stay with her baby forever? Truly, a mother's love can't be compared to any other.